Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world. And I'm trying to give you a two for one today. Something a little different. I want to talk about weird things with me and music. I have some topics written down. I'm not going to show you what they are. Those are for my notes only. And at the same time, I'm going to be showing you what's in my heavy rotations right now, the things I've been listening to pretty consistently lately. And it's not what you probably think is in there. A lot of it is new stuff that I had gotten from Larry and some old stuff and just this and that. You'll see what I mean when I get into that. But first, yeah, things that I kind of do that I consider weird. As you may know, I my channel is embracing the weird. My channel is embracing the difference. I like variety. Somebody once tried. People try to call me weird, thinking it's a offend is gonna I'm going to be offended. Trying to offend me, but it's never going to offend me. I think weird is awesome. I think weird is what makes the world wonderful and fantastic. I think it's when you're too straight and robotic and all curmudgeon and everything. You're the one suffering. You're the one that's not enjoying life. But I want everybody to enjoy life. I want everybody to break out of their bubbles and shells. So yeah, I like to embrace the weird. And so this list, I have about 5 points, pretty much. I thought it'd be an interesting little topic to talk about, because like I said, I embrace the weird. Now, the first thing that I like to do, okay, yes, that may be a little weird, okay, but think about it. And consider doing this yourself every once in a while. Sometimes, in order to, not because I'm bored with an album at all, no, no, no. It's just sometimes I like to change things up to have a different perspective on music. And so I like to play an album in reverse order, or in alphabetical order, or in the order of the shortest song to the longest song, or the longest song to the shortest song, especially when I can program it and have it on my, like, when I used to have a full library. I don't have the library on my computer anymore, but I used to have a full library of music, like MP3s, that I had on my computer, is so that I could transfer it all onto my little, portable MP3 player, and that, so I can have portable music. But now, now I don't need that, because I got my phone here, and I got music anytime and anywhere. So I don't need the MP3 player anymore. But anyway, what was my point? So yeah, I like putting things in different orders and stuff, and programming it to play a playlist, so to play in an album in that order. But I can also use I can also, like, with the stereo I have, I can program it to play in the order I want the songs to play in. So usually so every once in a while I'll program it to play in a reverse order, and or any different kind of order. And so yeah, that's my first little point. My second point is, okay, and it kind of goes with the first point a little bit, is that I just can't play one or two songs from an album. That's so rare. Like 99% of the time I have to play an album. I can't just play just a song or two. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll program a two or three of the best songs, especially if I have time, like if I don't have time to listen to a full album before going to work, and I have my computer off because I'm getting ready, and sometimes it's easier to get ready while listening to music than being distracted by this, because this can be distracted. The I can I can program on my and it'd be like a timer. Sometimes I put it like I will use an album as a timer. So I know when the album is done, oh, time for this to go on. So I just gotta remember I have laundry to go get very soon. It's probably almost done being dry. So right after I'm done this, before Yeah, before I post it, I'll be going to get my laundry. I just got to remind myself of that. But yeah, I like to play things in different orders, and and yeah, oh yeah, I don't want to just play a song. I unless it's in a good compilation. If it's in a good compilation, I don't mind. If it's intended or if I program it in that order. But but yeah, I need to play the whole album. What was I? Okay, I can't just play a song or two. I sometimes do, but I prefer albums over just songs, even in compilation form. That's what I wrote down. But yeah, okay. Let's go to the next point. I thought there was more to that, but no. Now I play exclusive. Okay, my third point is I play exclusively CDs. Okay, I'm a CD junkie, just like Steven Snee and and many others I've watched lately. And yeah, yeah, I don't like Spotify. I have used maybe twice the YouTube Music app on my phone. I've only used it twice. It's handy. It's handy. But no, I reserve my time to playing, my music. Like I consider that the best quality. Now, here's a test for me, okay? Here's a test for me the next time I go and visit my friend. He has a record player. I have never played this album. It's not in here because it wouldn't hold up if I had it in there, but I have it put away. But I want to bring it over one day and actually hear how it sounds in on a record player. Now, people are diehard. I love the warm sound of a record player. You know, they're I understand. I understand. There's a certain nostalgia. There's a nostalgia connected with the record player. But when it comes to clarity, when it comes to certain, I don't know, it just is I can't go without a CD. That's why I love CDs, and I will always praise it as, for me, the highest form of music distribution. It is the peak. Everything else before and after the CD is a pale comparison. I mean, it was it was done just like this is the okay peak of the sound quality, but then after that it was just markability of just trying with the streaming sites and your music apps and stuff is just quick fix, a quick fix. You're not you don't there's after the CD, it's lack of appreciation. That's what I feel. That people once the CDs moved on to the next form, appreciation for music, you know, it you know, of real music. And yeah, I know I heard I do I agree with Rick Beato or not? Do I agree with him or not on what music is and what his point of view of music and that? I've been watching other people's points of view on what is music and everything, which is kind of what kind of prompted me to doing this kind of a list. And I'm going to be, of course, you may have noticed I am rambling a little bit here and there, going off topic here and there, but it is all about the weird things with me and music. That's going to be the title. That's going to be the title of my of this episode. Weird things with me and music. Now, here are the next couple of things, okay? Before I get to what the number one thing that's weird with me and music. Okay, now in number four, because there's five things, but number four is that I really like it bugs me so much when I don't know the lyrics to a song. When it will bug me if I'm like I'll be at work and I'll be trying to recite in my head lyrics to a song and I know I'm getting it wrong. I know I'm hearing a certain thing and like when I first started listening to Tool, of course, Maynard was a little bit difficult to understand on the albums a little bit here and there. He did on purpose to put the volume just slightly lower like the vocal volume slightly lower than the musical volume, so it made you try to intently listen now and hear what he's saying. And I appreciated it, but it was frustrating. Like, what is he saying? And it's only until and then you try to write it down. I'm trying to write down the lyrics as clear as possible, and and nope, some of those lines I had gotten so wrong, and I can't even remember what I originally thought they were, because once you learn the new, like the right way of how the song goes, the lyrics go, then it's like you can never think of what how you thought of it before. You would have to write it down. What did I think it was before? So yeah, and so I have a bit of an obsession for wanting to try to learn lyrics. If I had the opportunity and time to sit down and play music, like play more music the way I want to play it, and not be distracted with doing other things, because either it's at night where I'm laying down and actively listening to it. Okay, so I want to absorb it, so I'm not listening. I'm not looking at the lyrics for that at that point. During the day when I have music out there, if I'm taking a bath, making a meal, or cleaning up, or that's usually the times when I like listening to music. Again, I'm not sitting there because part of my brain feels like I'm being lazy, that I'm wasting time, doing something frivolous as sitting down and reading lyrics to I mean, it will bug me, and I'll have to, like, at one point, like, go and grab it, and like, what is that lyric? And then I have to look, and it's like, wow. And you get that relief of knowing what that lyric was, and then you're able to sing it better next time. So yeah, I'm obsessed with learning lyrics. Not to say that I don't like instrumental stuff, because I, for a completely different reason, love my instrumental albums, and I made videos where I talked about my instrumental albums and everything. So, but yeah, when it comes to lyrics, I can be obsessive, and so many lyrics, like so many lyrics in the past that I wish I would have learned when the song was popular on the radio. But so many of us just, and me included, passively listen to music. Which we should be more actively listening to music, I think, paying more attention to the nuances and the lyrics, and figuring out what it means. I find that's when I enjoy music the most, is when I'm doing that. But that's me, okay? And the last thing I want to this is a funny one, okay? And I wonder if, how many of you out there could relate to this last one, the fifth one. I'm always secretly wishing that I could make everybody listen to my music, and even, like, I don't respect people's privacy. I don't want to bug people with music, okay? And I never do, right? But I'm always secretly wishing that I can bring my music somewhere and have people hearing it. And like, I love you know throwing my music at people and say, "Here, what do you think of that?" Try and get their reactions. Which is probably why I love doing that Patreon with Larry Graves so much, because here, I'm making him, like, listen here, listen to this, here, listen to that. I'm making him play my music, and then actually, giving me a grade. What did you think of that? And it just thrills me with a little bit of joy, when especially when I get that A plus. Anything in the A's is always great. Think of it: when you get an A, that's a 90%. That's like saying I got 90% on a test. I'm happy. And that's an A. I mean, sorry, that's an A minus. An A minus is still like a 90% to me. So a solid A, that's a 95%. And they're getting those coveted A pluses, that's always a sweet deal. And it gives me that, again, that little hit of dopamine that just gives me a little bit of satisfaction. And yeah, it's worth paying a couple of dollars every month for that. No problem. And in fact, I may even up. up my we'll see. We'll yeah. I may want to up my my tier list with Larry. Now, okay, now I've gone through that. But think of that, that I always secretly want to force music on people, but but I never do, you know. But I take any opportunity I can, you know. But as soon as they say, "Oh, I don't," can you turn that down, or I don't like that, you know, I don't subject them to anymore. I will stop it at that point, and you know, I know my limit. Now, what's in my heavy rotations at the moment? Okay, I'm not gonna take each one out. Uh, yeah, I might as well. I'm gonna do this quickly. I don't want this to be more past 20 minutes. But here's the second part. I'll leave timestamps for this one so you can get to this faster if you want to, if this is what you're interested in hearing. So of course, I still got that in here, the Essential Kinks that I got from Larry. I love this. I love this. So I need to play it a little bit more. I played it twice already, the whole thing, and it just it's so good. And I also again my rare, but I have gone in and just played a couple of isolated songs. But it's rare that I do that. Then there's I still got that in here too in my heavy rotations because yeah, I only played it once since I got it and I need to play it again, so that's why it's in there. It's going to get played soon. Like I played this a couple of times and I want to play it's not necessarily the first CD again I want to play. It's in here because I want to play the last disc there. Yeah, disc 2. And yeah, I want to get into this again. I want to play it at least one more time because yeah, it is actually really good. And I only played it, I think, what? Well, no, I played this twice, but I've heard it again when I first sampled it for the CD exchange and everything. So, oh wait, if I am I not naming them again? No, okay. The first one I showed, sorry, is the Kinks Essentials. Yeah, the Kinks Essentials. I then the second one I showed was Paul Simon's Graceland. Third one I showed was the Who's Next, and then the last and the fourth one I showed was Corrine Bailey. Yeah, Corrine Bailey Ray, and her Black Rainbow album. So yeah, see, I gotta get into the habit of naming what I'm showing you as I show you. It's a dumb habit, and I want to break that habit. So here's me breaking the habit. So number 5 here is Squeeze Singles. Squeeze Singles. Yeah, I need to hear this a couple more times because I really like it. I do. It is not a band that I thought I would. But of course, I only knew the one song of "Tempted." I think I may have heard something else before, but I'm not. Again, I need to listen to this again. Definitely, that's why it's in here. The two Steven Wilsons are in here, still in here. That's the Insurgents and Race for Dying. I want to play this again and then play that one after it, like pretty much back to back, because I need to soak it in more. I've been playing that. Yeah, and I really like it. I need to play it again. That's why it's in here. And yeah, I haven't played the other one that I got from Larry yet, but it will be. I should put it in here. I should put it in here, but I only have room for so much. That's in my heavy rotation. The Rockabye Baby lullabies renditions of Tool, you know, made with like instead of the guitars and drums and that, it's traded for soothing mellotrons, vibraphones, and bells and stuff like that. So, yeah, I need to play that. I'm gonna probably play that tonight while going to bed. What better way to relax myself to sleep than with a lullaby? I don't play this enough. It's just an oddity in a way. And of course, the last three here, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about with yeah, I've been playing that a lot, like a lot. uh, I love the like when it's right now I'm kind of hooked on my other voice, and it's specifically for that bass line. The way it starts out on that one key, and then it just goes to that lower key for 3 bars, and then it goes to a different, like it is. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's like, yeah, this is such a good. Like when I get more sparks, I have to do another ranking because I think they changed again. Maybe. I have to go back and watch that episode, my own episode, to find out if they did or not. Because yeah, that's awesome. I've been playing that a lot too. I really love this. I really love this because it's such a perfect blend of both bands. I think it's so evenly distributed. Some people might argue that it sounds more like Franz Ferdinand than it does Sparks, maybe, but that's not a bad thing. I think the stuff that Sparks threw in there is just it just highlights everything. It just highlights all they complement the best parts of each other. That's the best way I can put that. So I love that. That's ranked up high in my Sparks. And of course, I still go through this a lot. Like certain songs I'll put a disc in and I'll program certain songs to play in a certain order for this, or I'll just play like to go, like I want to go one day when I have a lot of time to, like, and I need to do a lot around here. I want to go and play like all three discs in a row. 'Cause that's over 3 hours of music. So I have to pick and choose which ones I play. And still, I don't know which CD I like the which CD I like the best. Is it CD1, CD2, or CD3? Right now, they're kind of equal. So I don't even want to even guess right now. So that's what's in my heavy rotations. Yeah, I went over 20 minutes. Sue me. But yeah, and I want to thank everybody who watches my channel and has subscribed to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you consider subscribing to my channel, I will greatly appreciate it. Trust me on that. I will be doing more contests in the future. I will be upgrading as much as I can in the near future. Well, hopefully. So yeah, just know I love all of you out there, every single one of you, whether you're a subscriber or not. I don't care. I love you all. Please, this is my closing now. Please be safe. Take care. I'll see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody. Oh, there we go.